Welcome back to the Tidarium Hangout. This is Mike, and I'm coming at you with the weekly news and review for October 6th of 2019. This has been a gigantic week of news. If you're a Transformers fan, if you're a G1 Transformers fan, if you're a Star Wars fan, if you're a Vintage Collection Star Wars fan, if you're the Black Series 6-inch Star Wars fan. So let's get right into it. So I gotta say that of the news, the Masterpiece is a bit light. It's been heavily dominated by Hasbro and what Hasbro's doing. And I kind of think there's a correlation between that. A correlation between Hasbro and third-party Masterpiece being quiet while Hasbro's releasing all of these reveals that are amazing. So let's get into talking about one. So we've got this pre-order up for Nicey, the big Firebird EX01, and the pricing is there. And people are saying TF Source wants like 125, 135, something like that. And I was taken aback. Show Z price is $86.99. If you spend $3 to pre-order it right now, and then that'll knock another $3 off it, you're going to get it for $83.99. If you're into RC, I like RC. I think RC is an interesting character. I have this pre-ordered. I will review it, talk about it, give you the pluses and minuses. But the thing is, if you act now, you can get this for this price. Show Z sells out so fast, I wouldn't wait an extra second if you're interested in this. Next thing in the Masterpiece realm is this NPM movie Masterpiece Jazz. Here's the thing that I don't get. Like, why are we getting a Masterpiece movie Jazz with these extra little parts and pieces and humans? Was that the 7th Order, 7th Season, 7th Sister? I don't know what they call it. And he's got his split apart gimmick. Great. But it's sad that we get a movie Masterpiece Jazz, and you gotta compare it to a third party true G1 Jazz. Like, that's embarrassing. That is shameful. Why don't we have a Takara Masterpiece Jazz? Now we have Make Toys. Make Toys, I'm sorry, Make Toys just does a better job than Takara, cares more than Takara. What's the truth here? Alright, so if you still like these mini bots from Final Victory, you can get them for like $69.99 from TF Direct. If you want to get this, $69.99 is the best price. I bought mine for over $100 because I got it right when it came out and I was excited about it and stuff. And I still feel like it's worth that. For $70, I'm like, I wish I would have waited and bought it for $70, but it's a great deal. And I think a lot of people are like, well, we're going to replace this with Fans Toys versions in the next 3 years. And also, if you missed out on this Tron Warrior IW05 Pioneer, this is the prime version of a more or less posable statue. I don't think it transforms. It might even be a kit you have to build. I'm not 100% sure. But the thing is it's sold out. I was going to buy it at Show Z, and I thought about it for 2 or 3 days, and it sold out like that. This thing's like $98 over at TF Direct, so it'll probably sell out by the end of the week. And I'm still on the fence. I might get it and review it and all that stuff, but I just want to throw it out there for you. So next up, we got some ornaments that show a G1 Bumblebee, and then we're going to see a G1 Jazz in a second. But here's the thing. Would you rather just take a G1 figure and put a string around it and make it an ornament, or buy an ornament that just is static like this and hang it on your tree? Like, I don't know. They were selling $7.50 Optimus Prime and Bumblebee ornaments a couple years ago, and I was thinking about buying them, but I was thinking, but I could just get a G1 toy and put a string around it, throw it on the shelf. I mean, I've got them already laying around the house. Why not? So, I don't know. What do you think? I mean, do you like ornament and stuff like this? Or would you rather just do what I did with my Christmas tree? Actually, put every representation of every G1 Star Wars figure on a tree 1 year just for fun. I mean, I thought it was fun. My kids thought it was fun. Facebook thought it was fun. So a little bit of Legends news, and when I say a little bit, I mean a little. Legends are a little. So we have pictures of New Age Megatron next to, and I guess it's the DX9 version, but New Age is getting bigger, and I didn't expect they'd be this big. And I'm starting to wonder, well, what size will Magic Square be? Then again, New Age, aside from his pelvis, like the weird thing going on his pelvis, aside from that, this figure looks amazing. Like, I really like what they did with this figure. I mean, you look at DX9's offering and their offering, and you're saying, wow, that's a huge leap. So then you see him next to a Hot Soldiers picture, and you're like, whoa, that's a big New Age figure. That is big. Well, is that DX9's Hutch? Sorry, that's DX9's Hutch. But that's still big. That'll be on par with Hot Soldiers, on par with Magic. That's a pretty big New Age. Is New Age reinventing their scale? Will this fit with the rest of the figures? Speaking of New Age, you can now pre-order the Coneheads TF Direct, and Shozy will have it soon too. And it's I guess it's going to be sold as a 3-pack of Coneheads from New Age, and I really want to see how tall they are compared to Megatron, because are they going a whole new direction with size? Are they plussing it up? Or are they getting in the middle? New Age has always been the smallest. So I'd be kind of curious how this works out. Transitioning into some chuggish, ruggish news. So we have some Dr. Wu cassettes that are quite impressive. They'll work with the Soundwave, and they look good, and they're cool, and they're different than what I'm used to seeing. And if it works with the Siege Soundwave, they'd work with pretty much every other Soundwave. They would just be a little smaller than what you're seeing. And so they're going to be smaller. I mean, they look bigger in the pictures. Everything looks bigger in a picture. But I think they look good. I think they're cool. They're different. Something we've never had before. And that's kind of like one of those concepts like, if you haven't had this before, do you even want it? I kind of do. I kind of think it's cool. They have multiple modes here. They have their alt mode. They have their tape mode. So, yeah, it's cool. Speaking of Autobot or Decepticon cassettes, we have the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Garafi and Noizu with the Frenzy, which we really know is Rumble from the cartoon. I ordered 2 of these. I got one, they were shipped together. The one on the bottom was fine, the one on the top was mangled the way they put it in there. And I called up and asked for a replacement. They said they do not have replacements, and a majority of the stock was damaged in shipping. And so because of that, they've had to decline pre-orders. So they could not fill the orders. They could not fill the pre-orders. The pre-orders sold out. They thought, oh, yeah, we'll make the right amount, and they could not. I don't know what they're doing with the damaged stock. I don't know if the card back is that damaged like mine was. Then, what are they doing with it? I mean, is the tape itself going to get thrown in the trash or destroyed? I mean, that's weird. What are they going to do with the damaged stock? And they're taking a $10 hit on everybody. They're giving them a coupon. So this is a crazy situation. So we are truly living that wonderful chug life. Hasbro Earth Wars is awesome. The figures that they initially showed blew my mind. And I had to immediately make videos about these things. And as they started showing more stuff, I started getting more excited. And I'm going to make another video proving why Earth Wars is so awesome. There's still some haters out there that think Earth Wars isn't all that great, whatever. But I'm going to prove that this is the best thing ever. And then I'm going to make some wild, outlandish predictions about 2022 and the landscape of Transformer community. And I have my reasons for that. It's not just like a boastful thing, but expect that video to come pretty soon. I have summoned 8,000 backers for a reason. I plan to make 10,000. So, as you know from my poll, as you know from probably 100 Facebook comments, that Hasbro Unicron backed about 9:45, 10 o'clock Central Standard Time. He hit the 8,000 mark and then shot way beyond it. We never saw 8,000. It just shot past it. I do have a poll up that you can vote whether you backed it, backed one, backed two, or more, or whatever, or backed none. And the thing is that this is history in the making, and I knew it would back. I didn't know that it would take this much work or trouble to get it backed, and I will be putting a video out later on, and I'm going to title it something along the lines of "Now that it's backed, now what?" Because this is, I'm going to tell you what I did with the barge. You know, you've got a year and a half wait for it. What do you do for that year and a half? That's coming up. And with all of the exciting stuff going on with Earthrise and the Hasbro Unicron, let's not forget about the items and the figures from Siege Line that were already promised to us. That wave is starting to show up in the US, and I'm excited for this Mirage. I know I heard a lot of negative stuff about it, but I think it's pretty decent. So, Thursday night at midnight, all the way through the whole day of Friday, Triple Force Friday happened. And if you don't know what that is, it really is, it is Hasbro starving us of product for months. It is Disney and media starved of media for about a year and a half, which, by the way, starving us for media is the right way to go with the Star Wars franchise. I believe the franchise will be stronger because of it. We're going to get a plethora of media, starting with The Mandalorian, but moving into the movie and all that. So I felt like I had a successful day, and I didn't even start my hunting till noon on Friday. I went around midnight, and there was nothing there, yada yada, and then I started hunting at noon. I got every single figure I wanted. I got every single thing I was looking for. My 10-year-old son was happy. He's been saving up to buy the second sister. I got that for him. I've been hearing some crazy stuff about the Mandalorian and the Carbonite, which has like a glossy paint finish that the paint's flaking off. So I don't know. I don't have it personally, so I can't tell you. I got a regular Mandalorian. It's fine. It didn't have the mismatched legs. It didn't have the problems that I've been seeing some of these people have. And the different color boxes kind of, I don't care. I don't need a white box or a red box or a carbonite block box or whatever, or a black box. I would actually prefer mine all are uniform. But then again, do you like the different colored boxes? Does it make a difference to you? For you 6-inch collectors out there, there's this Wedge Antilles that's coming. It didn't come in time for Force Friday, Triple Force Friday, but it seems to be, like everyone says, a remold of Luke X-Wing, which makes sense. Wedge is a beloved character that we all want to have in our collections. The thing I was after the most was the Jabba Palace. And I actually had to drive to a 30 minutes out of town to a different Walmart that had them. But I got them, and it was great, and I'm happy about it. And I really would like to see Hasbro continue this on. I don't know why this was considered quote-unquote street dated, even though it was already released. I don't get that. And I'm kind of surprised that the skiff didn't sell better than it did. I see skiffs just all over shelves everywhere. Like, nobody cares about the skiff. I think the skiff, if I were to do a top 10 Star Wars item video this year. It'd be in the top 10, closer to top 1. So let me know what you think about this week's news. What are you excited about the most? Did I miss something that really was amazing that happened this week? Or did I pretty much touch on it all? Like, subscribe, and Tidarium Hanger out.